the hats and patches that are going to benefit them in completing the game. So at that point, you could actually see like certain hats, people going, do I actually have to collect that hat for completion? And if you don't, nobody's going to do them. The Horde of Gondor has been sounded. Oh, crap. I should have made this joke. Ricola. Oh, don't give me that. That worked.
It does. It really does.
Ricola. Yay. That actually... Alex is going to get mad at me again. That reminds me of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Because the Ricola guy dies twice in that.
The Ricola guy dies.
Yeah, well, because in the early seasons of DBZ, they had this weird deal where they would occasionally, like, to show the amount of destruction that's going on, they would zoom out, and so you'd see, like, an entire mountain get destroyed. And so DBZA's joke for that was when they would zoom out to that mountain, all of a sudden you'd hear this, Ricola, oh my god! and so the Ricola guy died twice in that. Oh no. You're walking down the Twilight Path, Alex.
The Twilight Path.
That's
to
not,
find the key of the Twilight.
That's not gonna work. We need to stop now. Because once you go down the Twilight Path, forever will it dominate your destiny.
Oh, I better change.
That was a forced plug, and I don't care. Just wait until we get to Twilight Princess, guys. I'm gonna be making tons of jokes like that. Do you want to know what this also reminds me of? Have you ever done a game where they had like that stereotypical Asian temple?
Yeah.
And it's dark and it's scary and everything like that. That's what this music also reminds me of. Oh no.
Oh.
Can you make it?
Oh, I hate this one. This one is real tricky. Because you gotta be real precise with your jumps and with the use of your mask.
In other words, testing you. What have you learned? How fluent are you with your hats?
Woo. Actually, that's probably the best I've ever done it.
Very good. Bling.
I always hold down the button.
What is she actually saying when she throws out the hook shot? Is it cling or...
I don't know. It's probably just some kind of...
I know I'm going way too meta for this, but it does make me actually wonder.
She's probably just uttering like some kind of cute thing.
Oh my god. I just barely realized.
The Twilight
I made a Zelda joke and she looks like Link.
Yeah, she totally does.
Well, Nintendo's gonna copyright flag this one. Sorry about that, Alex.
Look at that thing. If only I could reach it.
If only I could reach it.
If only I could roll my R's even better. This was not a good idea, Alex, as now you're surrounded by Armos. Crap, more Zelda jokes.
Yay, Zelda.
So, welcome everybody to the Twilight Realm, I think is what
the Twilight Bell.
Well, but that's where we're supposed to be, right? Like a Twilight Realm.
Yeah, some kind of weird place.
Dark dimension.
I usually do this one last, but I'm doing it first for reasons, I guess. Because this one's hard.
Get it out of the way.
It's clever, but it's also really hard and kind of confusing.
Yep. But hey, you know what you're doing, so that's...
Yes.
That's a plus. Oh.
Whoops! And Hat Kid never was able to return to her home planet after that. I keep forgetting I can't activate hats in a dive.
Nope.
So I always make the dive to get extra distance, but then I'm like, I can't do that. I can't activate the hats in a dive.
That's why in a lot of cases, again, I'm applauding the game design. Like, they knew you'd do that, and so you have to consider the fact that they did that for a reason.
Bastards. You're always one step ahead of me.
Well, you have to look at it from their perspective. They literally see that as a bad habit.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to get you to get rid of bad habits. Because in their interpretation, the bad habits won't save you. And what's funny is in a lot of those cases where the game designer does that, people find ways to make the bad habits still work.
That's true. Let's see. Can't go that way because that's the lock and key area.
And this is actually how you have the mark of a good developer, is when that happens, how do they react to it? Because if they react in the way of like, you wrecked my game, then that's probably not the best way to look at that. Instead, you have to look at it the other side, which is applaud that person's ingenuity.
Indeed.
They actually saw through all of that and probably are designers in some respect themselves.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a platform under here. Time stop yarn. I like that there's little footprints there.
So there you go. To all the people who think that I constantly mock Gears for breakfast, no. I can say nice things about them because there are nice things to say about them as a developer. I mean, for crying out loud, they made better decisions than Blizzard did this recent weekend.
Oh, a little too late there.
Yeah, for those people who are waiting for me to stop talking about Diablo, no. No. Because this was a bad idea. I'm not saying that there aren't good AAA titles that are mobile. I think there are. I think Nintendo actually has taken probably the best approach and just said, like, we're going to treat mobile as its own thing. And then at that point, like, make own games. So, like, they made Tales of Dragalia, I think is what it's called, where they made their own unique IPs for mobile.
They also have Mario on mobile.
Yeah, you have Mario Run, but I can't remember the reception for that game. I want to say, like, some people love it, some people hate it.
I got a key.
But yeah, there are examples of mobile games that work. It's just, unfortunately, they're few and far between. And unfortunately, the stigma of mobile games is that, yeah, they're riddled with microtransactions, and they're absurdly simplistic in game design. Oh, and I actually forgot to bring this up, too. The other thing that people are hammering about Diablo Immortal is that the company that's making it, NetEase, or that's helping with it, they have a very similar game that came out for the Chinese market called, what was it? Something, Endless of God.
Yeah. That
when you look at the trailer for it, it looks startlingly like Diablo Immortal. And I'm talking, it's pretty much Endless of God. Like, I thought that was a dumb comparison until I saw the trailer. Endless of God is Diablo Immortal without the Diablo skins. That's what it is. So at that point, now, unfortunately, I can't defend people saying that it is an example of lazy game design. Where you basically just took one game and then put really good, like a long-standing group of assets on it to make it look better.
See, I really like... Here's something I really like. So you notice I can't get out, right? Because this red bell. Mm-hmm. But all you gotta do, hit it again, and the effects go away. You don't have to wait like 20 minutes
because
for
psychologically, the developers are trying to get you to think that, you know, you have that thing over it, so you can't use it. So the first thing that you think as a game developer is, how do you get rid of it? And instead, you just... They're trying to tell you that, no, it's still accessible, it's still available. It's just they have this on them to signify that it does something else. Because I think with those, it's like they...
I just missed it.
They take care of the red stuff, right? If they have those on them.
It like gets rid of certain, like...
But that was actually a really cool psychological element to kind of give a feeling of like, there's danger to this.
There's danger.
So that people wouldn't would be worried about experimenting with them.
But I was just more praising it because it's like you don't have to wait for it to wear off. Yeah. It takes a long time just to wait for it.
Love it. Crap, I forgot what I was looking into. Do you remember what I was looking into on the research?
Reception for Mario runs.
Oh, yeah, Super Mario Run. So, Super Mario Run reception.
Let's see, not there.
Super Mario Run. Okay, I'm going to Wikipedia. That's not a good example, but shortly after the game's
Wikipedia's
announcement, Nintendo
fine.
stock soared. While the game received positive reviews from publications, players of the game were more critical. The BBC noted that the game's user-driven App Store rating after 3 days of release was 2.5 stars out of 5, with the most common complaints being about the need for a persistent internet connection and the fixed $10 price point compared to similar games on the store. So there you go. So even Mario, like, could Mario save the mobile market?
No.
In fact, it was probably a better idea for Nintendo to go the way they did, which is just to create a bunch of new stuff in the mobile market instead of using their established franchises. Kind of like what Blizzard should have done. Oh, snap. I love Blizzard, but I'll call them out on their bullshit when I think they do it. And this weekend was a blunder. So much so, Alex, it took the WoW panel to fix my opinion. I was like, Andrea can attest to this. I was cranky.
Ooh, that was an awesome save.
That was. You should not have gotten that. But the Horn of Gondor must be blown.
I knew I was forgetting something. I had to blow this horn.
Wee. Actually, you know what, Editor Drak? Put a farting noise when those things come out.
No, Editor Drak don't.
Too late. He's already giving you the kid with the finger. It's like, I'm gonna do it.
Let's see. Where do I go? I don't remember.
Oh, is that your son? Yes. I'ma kill it. Don't you do it. I'ma do it. I don't know why I love that meme. The I'm a whatever. And then it's just like, don't you dare. I'ma do it. There we go. I can't remember what we do after that, though.
Have to go up there.
Up there. Ow, you hurt her butt, Alex. Stop doing that.
I'm sorry.
Otherwise, I might have to punish you by putting even more fart noises every time she lands on her butt. Editor Drak, do it! And in fact, show off your editing expertise, which you don't have any, by doing the Super Mario theme with farts. Yeah, I can't do that, so don't worry about it, Editor Drak. There we go. Okay.
That's...
Oh, I forgot. You do actually have enemies here.
Yeah, they're harmless, I think.
Because you're in the Nega realm.
Whoops. Yeah, you're not gonna cheat while you're here. There we go. Let's see. Forgot how to get anywhere in
So just so people don't think I'm a constant negative Nancy. Things that were good from BlizzCon. Hearthstone, they may actually made a pretty compelling announcement with the expansion of Rostakon's Rumble. I like the WoW panel a lot. It pretty much saved BlizzCon for me. So much so that I had 2 kids at nap time and my screams woke them up.
Oh.
Thankfully, they didn't scream. No, like Andrea can attest to this. I was flipping out at the announcement that they made. So that kind of saved BlizzCon for me. It's nothing against Heroes of the Storm or Overwatch or anything like that, but those announcements were so predictable that I could have easily said that was going to happen, and it's hard to get excited for that. And by that I mean, because Alex doesn't know, like, for Heroes of the Storm, usually their announcement every year is we're announcing new heroes you can play.
Right.
Or a new map that you can experience. For Overwatch, you're announcing new heroes that can be played, or a new map that can be played on. For Hearthstone, you're announcing a new expansion with a whole bunch of new cards. You know, that's pretty much the equivalent of those announcements. Hence why it's hard to get excited for them because it's become routine for those to happen each year. And it makes sense, too, because you have to keep those games alive.
Yeah.
So the way that they do that is they spend an entire year on their hero design.
I seriously don't remember where I'm going.
You're going there.
Oh, no. I know what I'm supposed to do. God, I'm such an idiot.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, now we're back. We've been aimlessly wandering for quite a while now, wondering what the heck we didn't do. It's always the small details, Alex. It's always the small details.
It always is.
Jiminy Christmas. Okay, let's get up there and use the dang key. All right, so now go up here and
I completely forgot that.
checkpoint.
I'm such a dumbass.
I'm sorry, Alex, but you deserve this. Checkpoint. There we go. At least look on the bright side, Alex. You've done it. You figured it all out.
Bling.
Bling. Whee! Who said the hook shot wasn't fun?
Nobody.
That's exactly right. Whee! That was way too short.
Yeah.
You apologize, Gears, for breakfast. I think you can just go straight up the stairs,
Yeah,
don't you?
I'm just looking around.
There we go. Grab all the little gems. What are they called again? I can't even remember.
Like prawns.
Prongs? The little gems?
Yeah.
Okay. Grab this. And yay! We did it!
We did the Twilight Bell.
So I think it's the hardest one?
It is the hardest
for
in my
Alpine
opinion.
Skyline?
Yeah.
You've cleared the Twilight Bell. Yay! That wasn't even the plot you were going for.
Actually, it was.
Oh, was it? Okay,
Yeah,
my bad.
I was trying to do the Twilight Bell first.
Oh no. And
Perfect.
now you've infected the buffalo people.
I'm sure they're fine.
That's usual gamer logic. I'm sure they're fine. Sure there's not going to be any problem. I will murder you.
Here, but we tried to give them a wide berth. If you get in their way, they tend to be a bit pushy.
They tend to be a bit pushy. I guess what I'm trying to say is in Soviet Russia, Alex, buffalo stomps you. All right, so now we just complete the mission that we have, or?
Yeah, we're on to the next mission.
We don't actually have time for the next mission.
What?
Yeah, we actually spend a lot of time here.
Oh, come on.
No.
How could it be over already?
Because it's so fun for you, Alex. It was so fun that the time passed by like nothing.
It's even hotter to the right.
It's even hotter to the right.
To the right. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to call it there. When we get back, we will continue on in the Alpine Skyline. We'll see you guys then.